Welcome to the Arsenik cooking channel. Today I'll show you how to make a dessert. And this time it's going to be a Russian apple pie. It's one of my favorites and something I cook all the time. So first we'll grab 3 eggs and we'll blend it with 1 cup of sugar. Alright, I'm using this USSR cup and now 3 eggs. I already have them here and now 1 cup goes in. And let's blend it. When you start seeing that this mass is increasing in size, it means it's ready and more ingredients can be added. But I'll continue blending it. Should be enough. As long as, the idea is for the sugar to be mixed well with eggs and for all of it to be blended together. So once it's done, I'm gonna grab 1 cup of flour. Any flour is fine. I use all-purpose flour. And make sure you get it through this thing here, so that way there is no rocks or any other solid formations are formed. So go like that. All right, it's almost therapeutic. And a little bit of salt, just a pinch. And for those that love vanilla, feel free to add vanilla. I'm not in favor of it. And none of the Russian recipes, at least the traditional ones, call for any vanilla. So, and we'll continue mixing. And now a secret ingredient. For velvety, kind of fluffy taste, I would suggest adding a teaspoon of cognac. If you don't have cognac, like if you don't have Hennessy laying around, you can also add brandy. 1 teaspoon is fine, and it's going to make this dough a little fluffier and better tasting at the end. I bought this brandy just for my Russian apple pie. I'm already dropping things, and I have not been drinking yet. All right, 1 teaspoon is fine. And let's continue mixing. So our dough is ready, and now we're gonna cut the apples and put them on the iron skillet. So first, I'm gonna preheat the oven to 380 degrees Fahrenheit, and now I'm going to use the cast iron, and put it in the oven and just heat it up for maybe like 15-20 minutes. And while it's warming up, I'm going to cut the apples and prepare them for our apple pie. Now let's cut the apples. I'm gonna grab my favorite chopping knife. And there is nothing really to show how to cut an apple. Just be careful not to cut your fingers. Just do one process at a time. That would be my suggestion. Cut first and get the inside out second. See? Super fast. So the way we're gonna prepare the apples is actually doesn't really matter how we cut them. They could be cut in any shape. I usually do them in kind of slices, but it's up to you how you want to do that. And I'm usually using this small knife because that ensures I have more control over the apple. I'm able to cut as little of the good part as possible. So those of you that might be more familiar with the Russian cuisine probably would know that each family actually cooks this Russian apple pie differently. So this is what I'm showing you today is more of a traditional method. Like I said, it's super easy, just few ingredients, and of course there is a cognac there involved, which is very, I would say, pretty high class, I would say, to add cognac. Maybe they used to add vodka into it, I'm not sure, but The traditional recipe would probably not add anything at all, but since we are in America and we have more things at our fingertips, we are able to obviously experiment more with ingredients. So, right, and like I said, you can cut it anywhere you want. I'm just gonna cut it in slices because it's gonna be easier to put in a cast iron pan and also easier to cover. You can also like cut them into like squares, but I probably would not suggest doing it because I think they will turn much quicker into mush. So I think slices are the best shape and the best size for the apple pie. Another thing to note is that make sure you use green apples. They are the hardest and they are not as mushy as other apples. Like you can have, so this one is Granny, green Granny, or whatever it's called, something Granny, I don't remember. But in any case, these are green apples. I mean, there's like old lady or pink lady or something, so don't use those. Um, these ones are the best for it. Okay, make sure if there are any larger pieces, you split them into half. Because you want to make sure that all of it cooks properly. Okay, this looks like a thick slice, so I'm going to, I mean, you can cut it like that too. It doesn't matter. All right, everything is ready. Now let me get my butter. As you can see, me being this great cook that I am, I have a lot of food in my fridge. So, and now I'm actually gonna try this President butter. I haven't had it before. I usually use Irish butter, but let's try it. What the hell? Plus, I'm cooking with it anyway, so what can go wrong? All right, our dough is ready. I'm gonna grab the spatula. It's easier to, get the dough out of the bowl. I'll wait for a few minutes and then we'll come back. I just want to make sure that the cast iron is warmed up to desired temperature, because cast iron it absorbs a lot of heat, and I want to make sure that I'm not putting it in a cold pan and it's warmed up for us. So let's wait for a couple of minutes. All right. So as long as your cast iron is warmed up, you can start putting in it and getting ready our apple pie. So, all right, so what you do is grab a little bit of butter and I mean, just like go like that. I mean, just go like that. Make sure it's nice and buttery. All right. And the reason we do this, so the butter ensures that the dough and the apples don't stick to the pan. And so you are able to get out your apple pie much easier. Just get on the side as well. Obviously it will be a tall pie, so get it on the sides here. Okay. And now let's get the apples. And you can put them any way you want. Like I said, it's a fast and easy recipe, so they don't have to be in any, just as long as there is like an even kind of layer, it's okay. Apples have a tendency to cook fast, so, and I usually what I want to make sure is that there is enough space like between the slices so the dough does get through. Okay, looks good to me. Now let's get our dough out. Okay, and what I'm doing here is making sure that it covers all of the apples. use the spatula. I wouldn't use my hands obviously because they'll get super dirty, but use the spatula or something else like that just to get all the dough out. And of course, if something doesn't get in, like you see there is like one little slice. Okay. And that's pretty much it. Alright, let's get it out. Like that. And this should be ready. So now we just put it in an oven. Like I said, it's heated up to 380 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to put it in the oven for 1 hour. And of course, please monitor it. Obviously, each oven is a little different. I've tried it in conventional and convection, I should say, as well as the gas one, and usually it's about the same time. Right, let me get my timer. All right, countdown, minus 60. All right, let's get it out. I'm going to put it on a plate, so to keep the plate warm, I'll just put it in the oven for like 1 minute. And while I'm doing that, I'm getting the apple pie out. Oh my god, look at this. Perfect. Cooked to perfection, ready to eat. Let's get it out. Look at that, watercolor. So it's all ready, as you can see. So the trick is to get it out of the pan. Oh look, can you hear it sizzling? Yep, it's there, it's ready. So there are a couple of things you can do to get it out. One of them is flip the pan over onto the plate. You can do that, but it will be less of a presentation. So what I'm going to do is making sure that the bottom of it, okay, is not sticking, and then I'm just going to slide it onto the plate. Okay. All right. I think it's good to go. Okay, let's get the plate out. And this is an oven-proof plate, so alright. And now let it get onto the plate. Well, unfortunately it broke a piece, but I mean, you got the idea. Look at that apple pie. Look at it. Isn't it delicious? I'm going to immediately cut a piece so you can see what it looks like inside. And here is what it's gonna look like. Amazing, delicious pie, great with a cup of hot tea or with that cognac that is left, and just to enjoy it. So this is the first time I'm making a dessert on the Arsenik cooking channel, and I hope you will enjoy this recipe as well. And thank you so much for watching, and until next time on the Arsenik cooking channel. See you later. And of course, how can I forget? Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and leave some comments below. Let me know what else you would like to see for me to cook. And you can even just give me one ingredient. Just say, hey, cook something with tomatoes, cook something with figs, and I'll make it. So see you then.